Time tonight, I'm Catherine Browning.
Give it over, Catherine, guys, come on! Yes!
What? You want to go to the fireworks?
I'm going to keep the show moving along because I want to make sure you guys
fun.
are out there
Be
in
fun.
time to see the fireworks, all right? So we're going to bring up your next comedian right now, and I'm actually excited to get him up here. He's a very funny guy. He's from Hartford, but he performs all over the United States, and he couldn't be more excited about being here. In East Lyme on a Saturday night, guys. Give it up for the very funny Mo Green, everybody, come on!
Clap it up for your host. Clap it up for Kathy, you did a fantastic job. This room was extremely familiar. Seen. You all look like extras from Cheers. Making a way in the world, takes everything you got. You know how you know the lyrics, so you mumble. Would you like to get away? Help me out now. Sometimes you wanna go where everybody knows your name. Boom, 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 boom. And you're always like a game. Boom, boom, boom. You wanna be where people can see the trouble. You wanna go where everybody does cocaine. The funniest part of that, me doing that song, was like the millennials and the Generation Z kids are like, what's going on? I have no idea. Is this like a flash mob thing? Like, did they all prepare this? It was a sitcom from the 80s. The sitcom was like television. Yeah, they don't know. All they know is streaming. This room, man. There's a lot of seasoned folks. See about $100 million worth of life insurance. He said, what are you talking about, billion? And I'm getting my life together. I finally got myself some life insurance. Clap it up for me, finally being responsible, getting myself some life insurance. We're not gonna live in this room forever, so we have to be responsible and leave something with our loved ones. I'm glad I got me some life insurance because before I got my policy, the only thing that I was gonna leave my family was my PlayStation. And I don't think I got that many games, you know. Got the game that comes with the system, you know, it's ridiculous. And it's a PlayStation 4, it's not even a new one. At least I can step my game up literally and get a new system, man. You know. Stepping up my game, got a full-time job, you know. Lost about 40 pounds within the past year, just paid off my car. And for the first time in 10 years, I got myself some new bed covers. I got myself some, men don't care about sheets. The only reason why men care about sheets is because they have one. If you did not have that lady, you would ride your sheets until the wheels fall off. Things are very expensive. The tariffs are high. You know, I love eggs. You know what I mean? I like breakfast more than I like bedding. You know, so like when I went to get my sheets, I got my sheets from the Dollar General. And if you know anything about the Dollar General, you know those sheets have a low thread count. They're extremely coarse. It's like you laying inside a bowl of shredded wheat. You need a pedicure just to hop in your bed comfortably. Because if you got those corn chips feet, you hop in that shredded wheat bed, you're liable to cause a fire. I think that's how all the fires in Los Angeles got started earlier this year. Some dude bought some shredded wheat sheets from the Dollar General, hopped in the bed with no pedicure, now half of Hollywood is gone. Yeah, I got myself a new girlfriend. She's in the back there. My girlfriend's Puerto Rican. She's petite. And she's a practicing lawyer. So you know what that means? That's my life insurance policy. She's dotting I's, crossing the T's. She's living. No, I'm just joking there. I love my dad. It's kind of tough with the Latinas. They can be a tad bit jealous. No, I'm not gonna tell you. I won't do it, Chef. He's like, what the heck is he talking about? Wilford Brimley Jr. He looks like the Quaker Oats man right there. No, I love doing shows in different places, but even though like I'm a bigger guy, I can admit this, but I don't like confrontation. I'm always concerned about the thugs that are going to be there, and I heard there was a lot of thugs in East Line, Connecticut. There's a lot of thugs right here in this room in this country. But you thugs look weird, you thugs look kind of strange. Y'all the type of thugs that'll like steal my identity, but then improve my credit. And there's nothing wrong with good credit, but you can't go from 500 to 800 in one way. It's gonna raise some red flags. My black ass gonna get thrown in prison. And prison is not a good look for me. Because in the streets, I know some of y'all thought this, I kind of look like George Foreman. But in prison, I look like Amber Rose. She knows what it is. That's Kanye West's ex-girlfriend. She has a bald head, big booty, light skin, just like me. In prison, we're practically identical twins. You don't want to be Amber Rose's twin in prison, you millennial. You will become the main course. That's like being beef patties around Jamaicans. It's like being spaghetti around Italians. It's like being cats around Asians. Some of y'all laughing, some of y'all moaning and groaning and judging me, but we know for a fact the meat texture in Chinese food is different. You thought that was General Tso's chicken? It's General Tso's chicken, man. And when you eat too fast, you probably go, meow. And I know that sounds kind of racist, but when I wrote that joke, there were no Asians in the room, and it is okay to talk junk about folks if they're not in the room. I learned that from white people. I feel like racism is therapeutic. I feel like racism is necessary. I feel like racism is as much of an American pastime as apple pie and baseball. I'm not talking about disenfranchising anybody. I'm not talking about harming anyone. You know what I mean? But like if you had a bad day at work and your boss is a jerk, or somebody cuts you off in traffic and not of your ilk, sometimes you just naturally want to say a few choice words, you know what I mean? And it's like poop. It builds up in your body, it builds up in your body, it builds up in your body. You gotta let it out, you know what I'm saying? You take a crap at home, you say the N-word at home. Now that I gave this man permission to say the N-word at home, if a black person pisses him off, he gonna say it so much it's gonna sound like the music at the beginning of Pulp Fiction. He's like, and I will rain down with fire, anger, and fury, and you will know my name is the Lord. Thank you. I got the applause before the joke finished. That means I can go to the next one. Because she was judging me the whole time. She's like, I will not hear such shenanigans in this place. I did not get my hair done perfectly without a single strand out of place for you to tell some shenanigans. In order, 46, clap it up. 46 years old, clap it up for me. One cares on 46. And it's like, you know, like the older we start to get, I'm not old enough, but I'm like in the entry level of old, you know. The aging was a club, I walked in, you know what I'm saying? I'm right at the door, over 40 is at the door, and you know what I'm saying? Over 50, you're in like the coat room area. Over 60, you're on the dance floor, you know what I mean? Over 80, you're in the bathroom, and then over 90, you're in the upper room, you know what I'm saying? Now, stuff starts to annoy me. Like, I'm really starting to hate CVS. I hate going to CVS. I don't know about the CVS's around here, but like the CVS's that are out around where I live, they're always understaffed. You understand what I'm saying? Like, and they put all the products behind the glass case. You know what I'm saying? They put deodorant behind the glass case. They put toothpaste behind the. They put condoms behind the glass case. I'm thinking to myself, since when did shoplifters become so sexually responsible? Understand? Frustrating, man. If you're late for work or you gotta take a leak of like your ladies in labor, never stop at a CVS because you're gonna miss all those situations. Like I said, like the self-checkout like never works. You understand what I'm saying? And there's always like a seasoned woman at the front of the line with like a Bible-long list of coupons, holding up life, trying to get a discount on some Friskies, and this woman doesn't even have a cat. But she enjoys using cat food to feed like the birds and the pigeons on her back porch, and she's like haggling the poor 16-year-old clerk trying to get a discount. She's like,
Pardon. In aisle 5, it says the Friskies are 5 for $6.99. You're trying to charge me $7.99. I need you to mark that down. And I need to get a Western Union to my grandson, Jimmy. I love my Jimmy. He needs the money. And then I also have this Polaroid that has the proof that I had a date with Charlie Chaplin. I have to get the Polaroid's copy to prove I had a date with Charlie Chaplin. He has such a beautiful mustache. He inspired Adolf Hitler. Not the genocide, just the facial hair.
that's what you're dealing with. When you stop at a CVS, you're gonna die of bladder infection, get fired from your job, your lady's gonna have a baby in the front seat. All because decided to stop at a CVS, man. But I'm getting older, I'm 46, and I'm happy that I made it to this age because a lot of times, black people, we don't live that long. You see, it's like only one of us in here. Because between diabetes, police brutality, child support, and the COVID vaccine, we are endangered species. As you get older, your priorities start to change. When I was young, I couldn't wait to go to the club. Now in my 40s, I get to the club, I can't wait to go to bed. Happy hour is sleepy time. Siesta is my fiesta. Get strange injuries when you get older too. Like the weirdest of injuries. Like 2 weeks ago, I tore my ACL playing basketball in my dreams, man. I hit the game with a shot, Curry. Now I gotta take ice baths instead of bubble baths. Using Bengay like it's lotion. Going on my day smelling like a hospital bed, hospitally fresh. But I realized I was getting older when I realized I really do enjoy the taste of a pastrami Reuben. Yep, for those that don't know, that's an old school sandwich with old school ingredients. It comes with Swiss cheese, Thousand Island, sauerkraut, that's convalescent cuisine. I have it every Thursday at 4 p.m. with a tapioca pudding and a yoo-hoo while watching the Golden Girls. I think Blanche is beautiful, and if you could bring her back to life, I would make her my boo-boo. Because you know, Blanche got that boom, 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 boom. Thank you for being a friend. Help me out now. Travel around the world and I sound beautiful. Your heart is true. You're a angel. Clap it up for the church, the Presbyterian Church. I swear we did not rehearse that. That's a sitcom from back in the 70s and the 80s. The sitcom was something that came on TV with a big back and you had to turn the channels and people. You had to use a hanger as an antenna. You know, just trying to. Television is their cell phone. That's it. That's his TV. They stream it. They pause it. We couldn't pause TV. We'd have to be there on time. And if you missed it, you just missed it. You had to wait till next week. It's beautiful. She's the reason why I love older women. I'm not talking 10 years older. I'm talking AARP. Those older ladies, y'all got things figured out. Y'all don't play any games at all. Y'all iron your suits, read us a bedtime story, and give us some of those soft, warm oatmeal raisin cookies. Young man, you ain't never had cookies until you had grandma's soft, warm oatmeal get so old if I get her pregnant by accident, she will give birth to a college graduate. That baby go from maternity to fraternity immediately. Zuma Kuma, baby. Now, before I met my lovely lady, I used to meet a lot of these older women on Tinder. You know what I'm saying? I used to meet a lot of those older ladies on Tinder, but I forgot that joke. So. A lot of them used to lie about their age, like all the time, and I don't understand that. Like, ladies, y'all like to lie down, like meaning like say that you're younger. It makes sense to say that you're older. You understand what I'm saying? Because if you like the young lady who doesn't know what a sitcom is, if you're by the time you're 40, like, I know you know that too, but by the time you're 40, say that you're 55. Because people will be like, oh my God, look at your skin. It's so beautiful. You must be mixed. You from Egypt, black don't crack, use cocoa butter. No, she's white. Use oil of Olay. You get way more likes on your Facebook pictures. But if you're 40 and try to say you're 25, they're going to be like, yeah, right. I can tell by the wrinkles on their hands. Turkey necks is that giveaway. Because one chick I met on Tinder, she had a turkey neck. She tried to lie about her age. I told her a couple of jokes. I made her laugh. She's like, oh. I was like, you just took this gobble? Thanksgiving like in 3 months. But I gotta bring cranberry sauce to the first date. Gravy cologne. She wants me to stuff her bird. That's what she wants me to. Oh, that's a little dirty, okay. Ladies, you're getting older. The cheapest plastic surgery is to say that you're even older. If you're 50, say you're 75. If you're 75, say you're 95. And if you're 95, you say you're dead. Like, damn, baby, you look like, how old are you? I'm dead. Like, you're the most beautiful corpse I've ever seen in my life. Met her at the graveyard. I was really jigging her. She was my cemetery Cinderella. Her glass slipper was very dirty. You know, because the groundsman didn't. It's corny, I know. I'm like fatherless with dad jokes. Kathy was, she was talking about delis earlier, and before I got an actual real job, I used to do like Instacart and different delivery services. And the one thing that used to frustrate me the most was the deli, because, you know, there's not you individuals here, but there were a lot of seasoned individuals at the deli holding up, like what is it about our more mature folks that like to go to the deli? That's like your club? Literally, you know what I mean? Like, they want to tell their life story between each individual slices. Like, listen, I'm trying to make these. I need to make some money, and it's like the same person that was holding up CVS is the one that's holding up the deli.
Pardon, I need a 1/4 pound of Gouda cheese and a 1/4 pound of Black Forest ham. I'm gonna make sandwiches, and I need the avocado mayonnaise because it's better for my intestines. You know, your intestines start to go when you get older, you know. And I remember I have to send a Western Union to my grandson Jimmy. I love my Jimmy, he needs the money. And I had these, he didn't believe me when I told him I had a date with Charlie Chaplin. But I had a Polaroid developed from CBS. This proves that I had a date with Charlie Chaplin. The most beautiful of mustaches that inspired it all to do. Not the genocide. Just the facial.
Thank you. Oh man. Now, as far as I know, I don't have any children. I was a whore. I don't know. You know, I didn't even dad until I was 31 years old. You know what he gave me? $200 in a handshake. That's the cheapest child support ever. You know. But no, as far as I know, I don't have any children. And my mother, she wants, like, my brother and sister, they have kids, but she wants grandkids for me. So she's always pressuring me, like, Mo, when you gonna make me some kids? Mo, when you gonna make me some grandkids? I said, when you let me have company past 2 p.m. Can't afford rent in hotels. My mother's a hater. This is preposterous. And that's the thing, like my mother recently got saved. She recently found Christ. So she's no longer fornicating. She's no longer doing funny business in the house. So she's not allowed to have sex in the house. Nobody's allowed to have sex in the house. And it's some bull because my mother doesn't even go to church. My mother sips wine while watching YouTube sermons. You understand? My mother sips wine while watching T.D. Jakes, Tony Evans, and Joe Osteen. And I'm like, Dad, Mom, why is you sipping wine? Why are you watching church? She's like, what are you talking about? This is the blood of Christ. This is directly from the Bible. This is in the scripture. This is a Passover. I said, Mom, I understand that, but you're drinking Pinot Grigio. It's the wrong color. Bad enough, it's not even the bottle of Pinot Grigio. It's the boxed Pinot Grigio. The Franzia with the plastic bag on the inside, the spigot on the outside. She's gonna run out of wine, fill up her glass about. Only God can judge. God is my only judge. That's the wine spigot sound. That's also the sound some of you fellas should be making when you're pleasing your woman. So stupid. So stupid. I'm gonna test this one out on you guys. See the culture. Because some of you seem like you know a little bit about music. And I'm gonna educate the young folks that was born after 9/11. Like 9/11 is literally like 9/11 to them was like Vietnam to me. I just heard about it, but I wasn't there. You know. It's like World War I to you. You know? Only because I got you. You like my brother. But yeah. And I was going to take it back that far. There's a few people that probably were in the Civil War here. I'm not going to look at him. I'm not going to look at him in particular, but somebody was in this. He was the bugle boy. Nah, but I'm going to give y'all some history. In the 90s, y'all remember RuPaul? Yeah. Drag queen singer. Yeah. He was not the only really tall, famous gay guy during the 90s. He was not the only really tall, famous gay guys. But it went over a lot of your friends' heads. You didn't even realize it. And I know some of y'all thinking Dennis Rodman, right? He was already out of the closet. Like he had a wedding dress on Sports Illustrated. He doesn't count. There was another one that clearly went over everybody's head that knows about music. Y'all know the singer Montel Jordan? He had the song, you know, watch. He had that song. This is how we do it. It's Friday night, and I'm feeling alright. But that's not what made him gay. That is not what made him gay. The part I realized he was gay. No. Wait, it goes like this. I've been singing for 40 years of my life, right? And one thing I've realized is that in order to get some of the notes out, you have to be a little bit fruity and extra with your expressions. Like there was a band in the 80s called Ready for the World, and they had that one song, Let Me Love You Down, you know what I'm saying? Down, I could not get the note out, down, unless my wrist wasn't back, down, and my toes was pointed out. Or let me give you a song that you're more familiar with. In the 90s, there was a band called Oasis, and they had that song, Today is gonna be a day of you. Like I could not get the note out unless I you. I could not get the note out unless I you. I don't believe that anybody feels like I could not get that note out unless my expressions wasn't like this. That's not the part I realized that Montel was gay. The part I realized he was gay was the part where he was rapping. Because he's like, once upon a time in 94, Montel made no money and life sure was snow. And all they said was 6'8" he stood. And people thought the music that I said, this man as a husband, because ain't no way in the world you're rapping while you're wagging your finger like that. I'm thinking to myself, what if that's a joke that takes me to the next level? What if that's a joke that makes me famous? What if that's a joke that finally puts me in the game and I'm at the Barclays, I'm killing, I'm destroying it. But Montel Jordan is standing front and center, staring at me, mad as hell. And he confronted me backstage. This dude was 6'8". He would kick my behind. He was talking all that stuff. I'm looking over you like I'm looking over the balcony. Do you know how embarrassing it would be to get beat up by a dude that probably has a pink microphone and some bedazzled boots? And once you finish beating me up, this is how we do it. Got him. Tra-la-la-la-la-la-la. It'd be embarrassing. Completely embarrassing, man. Now, I do need to have some children. I feel like I do need to have some kids, you know. As far as we know, that's how we extend our genes and our legacy. And if I have some kids, I'm sorry, baby, I gotta go to Africa. I gotta go to Africa to have myself a child with a beautiful African sister. You wanna know the main reason why Wilford Brimley? The main reason why, because the infomercials in the 80s and the 90s, and Sally Struthers told me it only costs 25 cents a day to raise a healthy African black baby, man. That's only $7.50 per month. I can afford that. I pay more for Disney Plus. And I don't even watch it. Just like how I'm not gonna watch that baby. Because my dad never watched me. I'm following in my father's footsteps, which happen to be not so big because he's only 5'6". He has very teeny shoes. Now I think like there's a lot of brave people in this world, soldiers, and, you know, firefighters and policemen. I think the most fearless person on the planet is tiny, elderly white women in grocery stores. As big as I am, she could be the mother of the Grand Wizard of the Ku Klux Klan. If she sees me walking down the aisle and she needs help from the top shelf, she's gonna ask. Pardon? Pardon, colored boy, could you help me get the pumpernickel off of the top shelf? Because I have a quarter pound of Gouda cheese and a quarter pound of Black Forest ham. I need to make sandwiches and I have the avocado mayonnaise that's better for my intestines. I got the Western Union for my grandson Jimmy. We're watching old Charlie Chaplin movies. He didn't believe that I had a date with him until I showed the Polaroid. The Polaroid wasn't proof. His dad was the Grand Wizard of the Ku Klux Klan. Fortunately, he died. Charlie, that's such a beautiful mustache. You inspired me off Hitler. Not the genocide. Just the facial hair. I know you guys want to get to the fireworks soon, so I'll leave y'all with this. I'm glad me and my lady, we've been together like a year, just like a year and a month now, right? We don't care about the black love, that's messed up. We've been together for a year and a month. You're like, the picture, we've been together for 60 years, get past 2 years, and then we'll clap. No, but before that, like, I was kind of bitter on the dating scene. I had this dating philosophy. You either adore me or you ignore me. This is game for the young men. Young men, won't you looking at me? This is my dating, like, when it comes to dating women, like, I had this spot, you either adore me or ignore me. If a woman is truly into you, you won't really have to, she will let you know immediately. It's not going to take 6 months or that. That's nonsense. They throw all the rules out of the window if they're attracted to you. But, you know, I'm not that attracted, so I'm probably going to be single for the rest of my life. But as the young folks say, you still got to shoot your shot. You still have to make an attempt. And before I got my woman, that's exactly what I did. After a comedy show at the bar, I saw this beautiful chocolate sister serving me dressed, sipping on a martini, and I approached her gingerly and I asked her, I said, "Man, I think you're gorgeous and I would love to take you out sometime." She was like, well, that's all well and good, but you know, I just gave my life to Christ. Can I only be dealing with a preacher or a pastor? So, you only be dealing with a preacher? She was like, yeah. I said, you only be dealing with a pastor? She was like, yeah. I said, well, you know what? You came to the right place. I was looking at you. You was looking real beautiful. Like a sexy chocolate Kim Kardashian. I'm going to take you to breakfast. Take you to lunch. I'm going to take you to dinner. I'm going to buy you those red shoes. That spaghetti strap dress. That Chanel perfume. The only stipulation, we got to go to the hotel and have some consummation. But we're not yet married. So it's really fornication. And if you have a baby, if you get pregnant, I'm just the Holy Ghost. But let us say ghost, I mean ghost literally. Because I'm not going to be in that child's life. My daddy wasn't there for me, so I'm not going to be there for that kid. I'm following in my father's footsteps. Yeah, that's my time. I appreciate every single last one of you all. Bringing back our gracious host. Have yourself a great evening.
One more time for Mo Green, come on! If you guys are ready for your headliner, I can bring him up here, but I need to know if you guys are ready. Are you ready for your headliner tonight? Yes! I'm excited too. I've known this guy for a long time. He is one of my absolute favorites. He's a